Hi, I'm Dorian Warren.
And I'm Melissa Harris Perry.
And we are the co-host of the podcast, System Check.
Considering the challenges we're facing right now, we have a racial justice crisis, a public health crisis, a crisis of democracy, and an economic crisis. And all of them deserve immediate attention. But the one that seems to me that has been most persistent throughout our history is the issue of racial justice. President Biden today in his inaugural address, I believe he said something to the effect of no longer have justice deferred or something like that. To say that we can no longer have justice deferred means we're going to have to have wholesale change. We're going to have to have dramatic change to ferret out systemic racism in every institution in our government and our society. So that means we're going to have to look at every part of our socioeconomic sphere. We're going to have to look at our employment system. Why is it that Black unemployment rates have been persistently almost twice as high as white unemployment rates? We're going to have to look at healthcare, not just the idea of why is there a disparity in healthcare, which is a problem in itself, but why do we have millions of people in our country who still don't have healthcare in the richest country in the world? We have to look at education. What are we going to do about our educational system? Not just how do we get our schools open, but how do we make sure our schools are equitable so that Black and white children are getting equitable educations? We have to look at the housing system, not just the immediate question of how do we prevent people from being evicted from their homes, but the long-term issue of why is it that the Black family wealth is so much lower than white family wealth because Black families don't own homes as often as white families do, and the Black families have been historically redlined with the help and the assistance and the authorization of the federal government. We're going to have to look at the criminal justice system, which means that we have to look at why is it that Black people have been disproportionately incarcerated and still are disproportionately incarcerated. Why is it that Black people have been disproportionately affected by the marijuana laws? And we need to eliminate those laws against marijuana, not just to decriminalize, I think, but to legalize. We're also going to look at the other drug laws. We're going to have to abolish capital punishment. I know Biden is opposed to capital punishment, but I don't know if he's willing to go as far as abolishing it, but I think that's an important step as well. I don't think any moral society should be doing that. And we have to look at environmental justice too. Why is it Black people are disproportionately affected by that? People in Flint still don't have safe drinking water. We just saw last week that the former governor Rick Snyder is being permanently charged for his failure to do what was necessary to protect the people in a predominantly Black city in his own state of Michigan. So I think there's a lot of things that have to be done, and I hate to sort of put it in such a broad sweep, but I think it's going to have to be about racial justice. I want to see a full-scale racial justice initiative, racial equality initiative, where we look at every aspect of our society and figure out what we can do as a country to make things equal.